Once upon a time, there lived 9 powerful entities known as guardians. Each of them had a specific field of expertise that they called an element of balance. These 9 elements are light, darkness, time, weather, flora, fauna, death, emotions, and dreams. To maintain order, they implemented a rule that restricted them to a specific sector so as to not interfere with one another. One day though, I, the Guardian of Dreams, noticed that a human's dream had been invaded by monsters that caused the person real pain. As anyone would, I intervened, banishing the monsters, but I later noticed some odd remnants of Guardian power that wasn't my own, and, as a Thankyou, I was summoned by my 8 fellow Guardians to a meeting. However, before I even got the chance to speak, I felt eyes pointed with hatred from all my allies, who seemed to be putting me to trial. Confused, I attempted to ask for an explanation and plead my case, but I was immediately silenced by the booming voice of the Guardian of Time, who accused me of breaking the most important rule of maintaining balance, that which states that no Guardian is allowed to interfere with any element of balance aside from their own. That's when I noticed it. 3 of my so-called friends smirking widely as my punishment was being decided. I put the dots together and came to the conclusion that those 3 other Guardians used the elements of darkness, emotions, and death to create those monsters and set me up. They'd probably come up with some sob story about the human's dark emotions being the cause of what was supposed to be the person's death, consequently having potentially altered the timeline, which greatly displeased the Guardian of Time. My thoughts were soon cut short when my punishment was announced. For the number of times I broke the rule, my soul would be divided into 3 mystical creatures: an angel, a demon, and a fairy. In solidarity to the Guardians I had offended, each of the 3 parts of my soul would be given a dark emotion inducing the desire for death, PTSD to never forget, anxiety for potential misfortune, and depression to not enjoy the present. With that punishment, I was forced to live among the humans I protected, eventually learning to live with a head full of 3 annoying voices. But now the Guardians had a problem. The balance was upset when I was banished. They decided to attempt to remove dreams from the elements of balance, but they never realised how much sway I had as the element's guardian. They want balance? I will become that balance. After all, dreams are timeless, spaceless, and can easily sway emotions. And so, using my power as Guardian of Dreams, I adjusted the timeline, altering the common perception of my 8 former companions, causing humans to eventually resent them while I watched from the shadows of the dream world. The other Guardians were driven out, their myths rewritten and altered from my point of view. You'll always be the villain of someone else's story. I say it's their fault for angering you in the first place. No need to worry, my dears. You are now safe in the world of dreams. I guess it's time I introduce myself properly. Hello, my sweet berries. I hope you enjoyed my story. Our story. This is Demon. Greetings, you common mortals. Apologies, she's the depressed one. And this is Fairy. You only say that because you're traumatized. This is my life. This is my life. Oh no, here comes the anxious one,
Stop fighting! We need to make a good impression for Belle. What if our new sweet wonderful fairies hate her because of us?
Trust me, Angel. She needs no help with that. She's so easy to hate. Hey! I shall get them out of the way so you may communicate with these beautiful new compatriots in peace. Thanks, Fairy. As I was saying, before chaos ensued, I hope you enjoyed my character lore. I apologise for the low quality, as I am currently a novice. I do not have a fancy agency or company backing me like most other VTubers in the sector, so please forgive me. And considering I'm a workaholic, this can only end well. I'll probably look back at this and cringe so hard, as I already am while filming this, but I really do not care. I really don't. I'm not gonna put on the fancy British act for you. I genuinely am a crackhead. And disclaimer before you say I'm appropriating medical conditions with my 3 characters, you could say. I have all 3 and many more. So I just want to say that people with my disorders typically prefer coping with humour, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna do that. Alright, then let's start. My name is Belle Rose. I am a VTuber making music and other content under the name Mirtillo. Now, why the name Mirtillo? Well, let me explain. I am, as you probably can tell from the accent, English, Scottish, but I'm also Italian, so I live in Italy. So Mirtillo is an Italian word. The meaning behind that word is blueberry. Hence the reason you're all called berries. Now, why am I sweet berries, might you ask? Did I decide to call myself the name of a fruit? Is it because I'm fruity? Potentially. But it's also because the capitalised letters MIRT are the initials of my real name, which I will not be revealing because I do not want to be doxxed, or worse, by random people on the internet. Thank you very much. Next up is Belle Rose. Why that name? Again, Belle is part of my real first name, which I will not tell you, thank you very much. And Rose is more of a personal reason. I've already mentioned my medical conditions, and basically I was going through a really tough period in my life. And a few years ago I lost my dog Rosie, who helped me through that really tough period. So as in her honour, I decided to call myself Rose. Now then, enough with the depressing topics, let's move on. Belle Rose as a whole has the meaning of showing the beauty of human life. Why? Because no matter how many thorns a rose may have, it is still considered beautiful. That's what I see when I look at a person, and that's what you should all see in yourselves. Don't look at the imperfections, look at the beauties. Next up, fun facts about me. I live in Italy, as I already mentioned. I'm Italian. I'm an only child, so I do not have any nagging siblings, unfortunately. I do though have a puppy called Kiki. She is a Maltipoo, a cross between a Maltese and a poodle. And a cat. Her name is Cleo. I adopted her. She's a stray. And she just came to the front of my family home malnourished, so we took her in. If you hear random noises in the background, I apologise. I live in a small apartment in my parents' home, so they have probably decided to use my kitchen if there is crashing around. I apologise. Then my birthday is April 14th, and I mentioned earlier that I make music. I will be releasing music later on, and I would like to discuss with you all a project that I have in mind for when I have a bigger audience. Basically, what I had in mind was every other month, on the last week, we could have Music Week. What is Music Week? It's a week in which I will release my music. The week after that, I was considering, tell me how you all feel about it, if you're interested, of course, any form of art that you do, whether it be literal arts and crafts, or dancing, rapping, singing, anything, the week after I've released my new song, you can, we'll have a cover contest and you can collaborate with me. If you send in through my business email a submission, I will make a remix with you on it. No, this won't, it will technically be a competition, but it won't be like, oh, just because this other person got a collaboration, you will not. It doesn't work like that. Anyone who is interested and I feel fits the vibe of the song properly, then I will make a collaboration and credit you, of course, for whatever part of the work you did. Tell me how you feel about the idea. I think that's about it. If you want to know anything else, please comment and make sure to stay fruity. Oh, that was cringe. No, redo. Make sure to, I can't believe I'm saying this, like, comment, subscribe, the usual YouTube stuff, and I will be seeing you all when I start posting content. Goodbye.